What's up, YouTube? I just got thinking about something. I was the kid growing up in the 90s, early 2000. I was born in 1996. For the longest of time, there was a lot of stuff. Okay, I used to be this happy, joyful, energetic kid. Now, I still am that kid to this day. I still do get very enthusiastic about stuff. I'm still happy and joyful. But at the same time, today's world, it's kind of gotten depressing. And I started realizing some stuff that's changed, some stuff that used to make me extremely happy. On this YouTube video, I'm not just going to talk about stuff that made me happy. I'm going to talk about and made me a little bit less sad at times. I'm going to start talking about stuff that I actually did enjoy when I was growing up. But a lot of stuff I'm talking about does have to do with a lot of stuff that made me happy. Growing up, we used to go outside all the time. We would ride our bikes. We'd do tricks, hop lilies, do bunny hops. We'd go ride our skateboards. We'd go to a friend's house, run around outside, play games with our friends. Now everybody's stuck inside. Nobody even goes to each other's house anymore. It's like people don't trust people anymore. It's just that simple. When I was a kid, I used to go out. I used to do people's yards when I was younger. I would help them out a lot. Even people I didn't know. Now, even asking somebody you have known for a little bit, they'd be like, no, I'm not sure about that. If you weren't somebody that you known since you were little kids, they'd be like, People don't trust people, and it has a lot to do with today's society. People are becoming thieves even to their own best friends and families. And now, not everybody's like that, but because of that, it's kind of put our world in a situation where we don't trust people. We tend to shy away from friendly offers. And friends don't even invite each other to each other's house anymore, and it's just gotten boring. We stay locked inside. We don't go over to a friend's house. We don't even go outside as much as we used to. Even you see all these kids, they're inside, they're playing. It's okay to play video games, but used to, at least when we were playing video games, we were outside most of the time, but at least when we were playing video games, we were either at a friend's house playing video games with them, or our friends were at our house playing video games with us. And it's kind of, we ain't the same people we used to be. We used to be so energetic, so fun. We did everything with our friends. We weren't ever by ourselves. And now it's just like, it's crazy. I miss the way things used to be. Everybody trusted everybody. Everybody loved everybody. And we didn't just stay locked inside all the time. Now everybody's got social media. That's one thing I do not like. Now, why I do use YouTube a lot, on the other hand, there's Facebook, there's Twitter, there's Instagram. You don't even see, I had my posts, my Instagram for several years. I got 3 photos on it. One from last year, one from year before last, and one from this year. And I check out other people's stuff that they're talking about, and in Facebook, the only time I ever message people is to ask to hang out or get a ride to something like work or I about said school. I miss school though. I actually am one of those people. I miss school. I would ask it rides to work or church. And I never spent more than about 2 minutes talking to a single person. That was just to hang out or ask it a ride. And because of that, I'm still not caught up with modern day technology. It gets annoying to me having to use it. Even though I'm still young, I'm not used to it, and I don't think I ever will be used to it. I didn't get my first phone until I was like 18. And no, it was 19. Yeah, I didn't get my first phone until I was 19. But I'm 21 now. So me, I don't use it that often just to ask it rides or ask to hang out. I never spend more than 2 minutes talking to a single person. Other than that, I'm just looking up videos on YouTube, listening to music. That's pretty much it. So I'm still not caught up with the technology. I don't think I ever will be. I don't think I ever want to be. And because of that, it kind of gets boring at times not having people around. So that's one thing I miss about the 90s and early 2000s. As more people around, there was less social media. Or as I call it, anti-social media, because that's the way it makes me feel having to use it. So yeah. And another thing is, and because of social media, it's got me in a depressed mood. The way people are now, and the way that's the only way you can talk to people. But another thing is, I really miss the older game systems. I miss the older games. Now, while it can be gotten, it's really hard to find them in great, even if you buy them on eBay or Craigslist or some site or Amazon or some site that normally packages them up really good and be sure they're semi-okay. It's still hard to find a decent one. Even though you can get them, they're hard to come by still. The older game systems. I miss Mortal Kombat Armageddon. I miss Crash Bandicoot. I miss the Spyro games. Maximo. I miss those. Those were fun. I miss growing up and having those games. Those were awesome. Now it's like, there's, okay, basically since I was about 13, 12 years old, every game I played, I managed to beat it in a single day. Now it's gotten to the point every game I play, I don't know if it's the game itself or just me being that good now as a gamer. I beat them in maybe about an hour or hour and a half or 30 minutes. An hour and a half at most, 30 minutes at least. The whole story mode, arcade mode, everything. So yeah, I really miss the way gaming used to be at least a little bit simpler. I mean, not simpler, a little bit more harder to achieve. Most people, they get mad whenever games are just like too hard and they're like, I can't stand this anymore. Me, with games being so easy now, it's like, I need a challenge. This is really getting boring. I am still a great gamer, but because of things being too easy now, I'm not as much of a gamer as I used to be. So yeah, I don't play games as much. I still play them. New games come out, I'd play them, I'd beat them, I'll return them, get new games, and then play them and beat them, return them, get new games. But it's not like I used to be where I play a couple of games every day and then replay them. It's just gotten too boring that way. So yeah, that's another thing I miss about growing up in the early 90s and 90s and early 2000s. Then VHS, the cassette tapes. I miss those. Reason being, most people would hate them. They say DVDs and Blu-rays are better. Now get this right. They're in storage right now, but I still have like over 40, 50. No, I would go as high as the mid 200s as how many cassette tapes I still have in perfect condition. All those you have to do is be sure not to pull out the tape. When you get Blu-rays or DVDs, I don't ever leave them out, but a lot of people do leave them out, and because of that, they get scratched up. But yeah, I really miss the old cassette tapes. Those could last forever, and they still are lasting. They are still in perfect condition, man. Like, literally. I miss the way they had those cassette tapes. I really do. And you watch movies and watch them over and over again. And as long as you don't burn the tape for having the thing left on too long, or rip the tape out, they're fine. Of course, you wouldn't want to have it on too long anyways, because obviously that's wasting electricity. Then also, I miss the games. I miss the way life used to be. I miss the cassette tapes. What else is there? To be honest, I really miss my old life altogether. I miss waking up in the morning, having fun. My mother used to she used to always go outside and be so energetic, and she would jump on a trampoline with us. She taught us these games like Dead Man Come Alive, popcorn. Like, we would jump on a trampoline and try to get try to bounce the balls on the trampoline while we were jumping without any of them coming off. We had to try to keep them. We would jump around in different spots of the trampoline just to try to keep them on. And that was fun. Like, we used to have so much fun, and I miss growing up. It was so awesome. Now, with modern technology and with me still not being used to it, I mean, I'm 21. Most 21-year-olds, they'd be used to it. They'll be just on their phones playing games, talking to all their friends. But I'm one of those people, I didn't really get too fond of it really quick. I remember, when I was growing up, we did have little flip phones, which I never got one. I would use my mom's occasionally to do videos. That was about it. Like, I would post videos of me just acting crazy. Well, not post them, but I would take videos. But we didn't even barely have phones at all. I was born in 1996. 12 years old. I had the best life ever. We used to go out fishing all the time. We went camping. I remember there was a lot of times we went camping outside, but there was a few times we invited some friends over. At the time, a lot of my friends were females. But that was another thing I miss. You can trust your kids to spend the night with a female friend and not worry about anything happening. Of course, once they got a little bit older, you might want to worry.